If you're on Social Security or disability benefits, listen up. I'm about to give you your payment dates for November 2024, and stay till the end of this video because there are 8 changes coming to Social Security starting January 1st, 2025. And I'm going to give you those 8 changes that are going to affect all 74 million Social Security and disability recipients. So let's get started. So I'm going to talk about the payment schedule that is happening. I am going to talk about the fact that 2 payment checks are going to be hitting some Social Security accounts in November. And then the COLA update for 2025, the cost of living adjustment, that is going to affect everybody and how much you're likely to receive, and the 8 major changes happening. A lot to talk about today, so let's get started. So let's talk about the November payment dates. As you may know, if you're on Social Security or SSDI benefits, your payment is based on your birth date. So if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month, then your Social Security benefits or SSDI will be deposited on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. If you're born between the 11th and the 20th of the month, your benefits are deposited the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And if you're born between the 21st and the 31st or the end of the month, your benefits are deposited the 4th Wednesday of the month. So, for those of you on SSI benefits, you're getting your benefits on a separate schedule. Your benefits are paid on the 1st of the month unless the date falls on a holiday or a weekend. Also, there are a category of people who receive their benefits on the 3rd of the month. If you live outside the US, if you receive both Social Security and SSI, if your state pays for your Medicare premiums, or if you file for Social Security before 1997. So let's look at details about the payment schedule. So for Social Security and SSDI, if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of November or the month, your Social Security benefits or SSDI will be deposited on November the 13th. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th of the month, your benefits are deposited on November 20th, which is the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And if you were born between the 21st and the end of the month, your Social Security or SSDI benefits are deposited on November the 27th. Now let's talk about SSI, Supplemental Security Income Benefits. You will get your benefits on time on Friday, November the 1st, because November the 1st is a weekday. Now everybody else that gets their benefits on the 3rd of the month, because the 3rd of November is a Sunday, you'll be getting your benefits on November the 1st as well. So if you live outside the US, if you receive both Social Security and Social Security Supplemental Security Income Benefits, if your state pays for your Medicare premium, or if you file for Social Security before 1997, you will be getting your benefits on November the 1st as well. Now, there is a category of people that are going to get 2 Social Security checks in the month of November. If you are on SSI benefits, in addition to getting your benefits on November the 1st, you're going to get a second check on November the 29th. Why? Because your December check, which was supposed to come in on December the 1st, since December the 1st falls on a weekend, you're going to get your benefits the weekday before, which is Friday, November the 29th. So if you're on SSI benefits, you'll be getting 2 checks in November. Now, this is not an extra payment. It's your December payment coming in November. So you will not be getting another check for your December the 1st payment. That will be paid in November. So let's be clear about that. If you're on SSI, you're going to get 2 checks in November, but one of them is your December check. So, what happens if you don't get your benefit? If you don't receive your Social Security or disability benefits on time, what should you do? Well, there are 3 things you can do. But the first step is to wait 3 business days, 3 additional business days, because sometimes there's a problem with the wire from the Social Security Administration, and so you have to wait. This is directly advice from Social Security. Wait 3 business days. If you still don't get your benefits, then you can call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213. Additionally, you can visit the Social Security office near you, or if you have a My Social Security account online, then you can log in and see what's happening. There are two major reasons why your Social Security benefits will not come in. One is overpayment. Some of you are on trial to work program, or you are receiving Social Security before your retirement age and you're working, and there's a certain threshold at which your benefits get reduced, or you're getting disability benefits and you're working and you're not reporting the earnings. Whatever it is, overpayment is one of the causes of Social Security checks being withheld, because they're going to use it to clear your overpayment until it's paid off before the government will start sending you your Social Security or disability checks again. This happens a lot with SSDI beneficiaries and Social Security beneficiaries. I did a whole series about Social Security overpayments and why that is a big problem. So check out those videos in the video library. Or your payment may be held back because of cancellation. Maybe your Social Security benefits have been canceled because you violated a particular Social Security rule. We don't know, but that is one of the reasons why your Social Security benefits may be held. Now let's talk about 2025 COLA. The cost of living adjustment is something that everybody's been waiting for, but it just got announced and a lot of people are not happy. So let's look at the reasons why the COLA is making a lot of seniors and people on disability unhappy. So this year, the cost of living adjustment was 2.5%. That is the lowest in years. Why? Because the government says inflation has been coming down, and since your cost of living adjustment is based on inflation, it makes sense that your cost of living adjustment will also be lower. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people saying that your cost of living adjustment for Social Security and disability benefits is not catching up to inflation. I'll talk about that in a second. But let's look at what this means. How does this compare to the previous COLA for the last couple of years? Well, 2021, it was 1.3%. 2022 was 5.9% when inflation was rising. 2023 went to 8.7% when inflation was really, really high. And now it is back to 2024, 3.2%. So January 2024, you got a 3.2% increase in your Social Security. And 2025, you're going to get a 2.5%. So you can see inflation has been coming down, and so the government is reducing the rate at which it's increasing your Social Security and disability benefits. Now, there were some years since COLA was instituted in 1975. There's been some years where it's been 0%. In 2009, in 2010, and 2015, as you can see. But this is a chart that shows you how COLA has risen and fallen over the last 10, 15 years. In 2014, it was 1.5. In 2016, which went in effect, 2015 went into effect 2016, it was 0%. And then in 2021, it was 1.3, and then it went all the way up to 5.9, and then to 8.7. Now, a lot of you will say, oh, well, but inflation is still high. Well, the cost of goods and services are still high and have stayed up high. That's why some people have been saying that the index that is being used to calculate the cost of living adjustment is not fair, because it's the consumer price index for urban wage and clerical workers. Well, the thing is that urban wage and clerical workers are a tiny fraction of people on Social Security. So why the government is using that index to calculate benefits that affect seniors is something that a lot of people have been pushing back on. So there's been calls from Congress to change the COLA calculation method, because they claim, Democrats in Congress are claiming that the current method is outdated and it doesn't reflect the true cost of living situation of seniors and people on disability. So they've proposed two bills, the Seniors Act, the Fair COLA for Seniors Act, and then the Social Security Expansion Act. Both of them want a new index to be created called the CPIE, which stands for Consumer Price Index for the Elderly, that will closely track changes in cost of living for seniors. That way you can have a consumer price index and a COLA calculation that clearly and accurately reflects the cost of living situation of seniors and people on disability. So we'll see what happens with that, but that is still in front of Congress, and I'll keep you posted on that. So if you are new to this channel, I want to urge you to hit the subscribe button. If you like what you hear, please hit the like button. We want a lot of people to be aware or made aware of this, but hit the subscribe button, because all we do here is provide you the latest updates on Social Security and disability. Anything in and out of Congress that will affect your benefits, we bring it to you. So now let's get to the 8 changes to Social Security in 2025 that's going to affect everyone. The first one is, of course, the COLA changes. So what is that going to do to your benefits? If you're on Social Security, the average benefit is going to go up by $49. If you're a couple on Social Security, you're going to get a $75 average increase. If you're on SSDI, Supplement Social Security Disability Insurance, your average benefit is $1,580, which is a $38 increase. If you're on Supplemental Security Income, otherwise known as SSI, your average maximum benefit is $967, an increase of $24. And if you are on SSI as a couple, your maximum benefit is $1,450, a $35 increase. As you can see, these changes are tiny. That's why a lot of people are bent out of shape about COLA increase, because they feel like cost of living has gone up and COLA benefits or COLA increase or Social Security or disability benefit increases have not caught up to that. The next change in Social Security and disability is how much you're going to get if you are retiring at the full retirement age in 2025. In 2024, that amount was $3,822. In 2025, it's going to be $4,018. Now, the full retirement age is the age at which you get everything that you've worked for. You get a full benefit. And so for 2025, that will be $4,018 or $48,260. So if you're getting the full benefit, the maximum benefit you can get in Social Security is a shy of $50,000 a year. There's debate about whether that's enough or not, but that's what you're going to get if you're getting the full benefit. If you're retiring earlier than your full retirement age, you're going to get a reduced amount based on your earnings and when you are retiring. The next change is the maximum taxable earnings. Each year, the Social Security taxable earnings is adjusted. It means that if you make up to this amount, you're going to pay Social Security taxes. 2024, it was $168,600. In 2025, it's going to be $176,100. That is the maximum amount you can make and still pay Social Security taxes. Fourth is about disability benefits. There's something called the substantial gainful activity. If you're on disability benefits or you're applying, this is something you have to pay attention to. Especially if you're on trial to work and you have to report your earnings. If you make more than $1,160 a month, then that is the cap. If you go beyond that and you do that for 9 months, you may be determined as not disabled, because then you're making enough money or you're working at a rate where the government thinks that you are not necessarily disabled. But the rate changes for the blind and the non-blind. The blind is $2,700 a month and the non-blind is $1,620. So these are things that if you're on disability benefits or are thinking of applying, you need to pay attention to. The next is about Medicare Part B premium. As you know, this also goes up every year. And if you are Medicare, that is taken out of your Social Security check. And so Part B premium is going to go up to $185 a month in 2025. And there's a whole host of changes that are happening with Medicare. So the income bracket for high income surcharges for Medicare Part B and Part D will be $106,000. Some of the highlights is that Medicare Advantage enrollment is expected to continue to increase in 2025. Average premiums are decreasing for Part D drug plans, and Medicare Part D out-of-pocket costs will be capped at $2,000 for covered drugs, and so forth and so on. So that is the fifth change that is happening to Social Security, disability, and Medicare. The next change is that if you are claiming Social Security before your full retirement age and you're working, as you may know, there's a threshold at which your benefits will be reduced. Each year, that threshold is updated. For 2024, it was $22,320. For 2025, it's going to be $23,400. And if you go above, for each $2 you go above this limit, you're going to lose $1 of your benefit. Now, at your full retirement age, the year of your full retirement age, if you are reaching full retirement age in 2025, and you're still working and you're collecting Social Security early, then that threshold goes up to $62,160 or $5,180 a month. And the limit is more generous, as you can see, but the deduction is also more generous. So for every $3 you go above this limit, in the year of your full retirement, you lose $1. When you reach full retirement, you can work as much as you want and no reduction will be taken or deducted. No amount will be deducted from your Social Security benefit. At full retirement, you can work as many hours as you want. But if you're claiming Social Security before your full retirement age, you have to pay attention to the earnings test. The seventh change is for those who are qualifying for Social Security. As you may know, you have to earn a certain amount of money each quarter to get 1 credit, and you need 40 credits to qualify for benefits. So every year, based on the COLA changes, that amount is adjusted. For 2024, it was $1,730 per quarter to get 1 Social Security credit. For 2025, it will be $1,810 to get 1 credit. And then, last but not least, the Social Security earnings base. How much do you have to earn and how are you taxed? Well, as you know, in your employers and employee pay taxes, and it's Social Security and Medicare taxes is 7.65% for the employee, 7.65% for the employer. The total is 15.30. And if you are working for yourself or you're self-employed, you are going to pay both of those together. So you're going to pay 15.3. Now there's a earnings limit at $176,100. That's for 2025. That is the cap on how much is taxed if you are receiving Social Security benefits, or if you are making money, how much you have to make to pay Social Security taxes. So it was $168,100, as I said before. In 2025 is increased to $176,100, but the rate that you'll be paying as an individual is 7.65 for Social Security and Medicare taxes, and if you're self-employed, you have to double that. So those are the 8 changes that are coming. If you have any questions at all about Social Security disability, let me know below. If you like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so that more people will see this video and receive this critical information. So until I see you in the next video, have a good day.